post. Share this video. Let people know that DeeWorks Live is on the air, and we've got something special in store for you today, and you do not want to miss it. So go ahead, take a moment. You've got a few minutes before the show starts, and just go ahead and just start tagging, sharing. Go to all your different groups and share this post. Share this post. Go ahead right now. You've got time. You're not going to miss anything. I promise you. I won't start until you get back. All right, let's go, y'all.
And now, here's your host, Dee Spencer, the working lady.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome. I don't know why I want to start coughing all of a sudden. Welcome to another edition of DeeWorks Live. I'm your girl, Dee Spencer, the working lady. And if the work won't come to Dee, then Dee will go to work. Yes, going to work today. This is Hump Day. Hump Day. We made it halfway through. I feel like the time is flying by. Like, where is the time going? We're already, not only are we in the middle of the week, we're already in the middle of the month because tomorrow's the 15th. No, wait. Today's the 16th. Like I'm already missing days. Today's the 16th. So we're already at the halfway point of the month. This year is going by a little bit too fast for me. Okay. I don't know about you, but it's going a little too fast for me. Like, can we just slow it down just a little bit? Just slow it down. All right, real quick, before we get started, you all, listen, I gave you a few minutes. We did 3 minutes of intro or whatever. Yeah, that was a lot of intro going on. So that was time for you to tag your friends, share this post, ping somebody, share the post. Hey, TikTok. Hello, everybody on TikTok. Hey, Clubhouse. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. Hello, Clubhouse. Shout out to everybody that's on Clubhouse. We got, some people are in multiple platforms, and I love you for it. Thank you. Showing the love, getting those numbers up everywhere. So shout out to everybody that's on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. You don't have no excuse not to be checked in, okay? Get in here. Get in where you fit in, okay? And people that are getting in where they fit in, we got Miss Ann Ellis in the building. Hey, Miss Ann. Miss Ann has checked in on the Facebook. Miss Ann is checking in right here on Clubhouse. We got my girl Sean, Smash Jet, smashing things. Woo, woo, woo. And we got my girl Taisha. Woo, woo. Superstar. Y'all, we got all these celebrities in the, that's hanging out with us too, okay? And of course, I cannot forget about Miss Lindsay, Miss Willie Lindsay. Hey, Miss Lindsay. Miss Lindsay, I ordered my book. I got my book. I haven't gotten it yet, but I ordered my play. We interviewed her son maybe about a month ago. Maybe it's been 2 months because the time is flying so fast. But he wrote a book called Spirits of the Mississippi. Is that right? Spirits of the Mississippi. But I cannot wait because you all know, my Clubhouse people, I'm ready to do a reading. Let's bring this to Clubhouse. Let's get it out there. It's such a good story. You'll be amazed. So we're going to see what we can do to bring it to Clubhouse the right way. No joke this time. The next project I will be fully in control of so that I don't have any middle people, so that, I won't have to worry about getting it done the right way. Because it's nothing worse than knowing how to do something and then somebody ties your hands so you can't do what you know how to do. Come on now. All right. Anyway, I'm not going to do too much preliminaries because we have a fun-packed show today. We have an interesting packed show today. It's amazing that I'm talking about Danielle Lindsay, Dr. Lindsay, because he's an author. He wrote a play. And today, this is Women's History Month. Not just today, but this is Women's History Month. And I'm so excited because I wanted to do this. I wanted to bring on some dynamic women, and I wanted to talk about being an author because I keep telling you all about getting out there and making it happen for yourselves and that, following your passion. And I know some of you are like, on the fence about it, but I have some ladies that's going to be joining me today that if you don't get out there and start writing after today, that's going to be your problem, okay? That's going to be your fault and your problem, all right? So we're going to get ready. But before we do that, of course, we have to take a moment and acknowledge Miss. I got to put the people up there saying hello. Hello there. And Miss Lindsay said, you did? Thank you. Yes, I ordered my book today. See, that's how I do. I support authors. So I went and purchased a copy of the book. I didn't beg for a free copy, even though I probably could have, but I didn't. I ordered my book. So I cannot wait for it to come. All right. So also we want to remember, as I always say, let's remember those people who are going through things. So many people, like already I was seeing posts and people saying that just overnight that they've lost fathers and sons and friends and brothers and cousins that have passed away. So let's just remember all those people. I want to give a shout out to my girl Jennifer Drinkwater, who had a shocking death in her family on last night. So we want to acknowledge them. And then I saw the most beautiful post. We talked about it the other day, and it was Tracy Braxton passed away, and her mother did such a beautiful tribute, and I just love this picture. Look at that. Oh, my God, it's just so beautiful of Tracy Braxton. So continue prayers for them. And as we do that, I got me some music, y'all. I got me some music that shouldn't get me cut off a band, okay? But I just want to take a moment to just have a moment of silence for people that are going through something. If you're going through anxiety, depression, whatever it is, we want to encourage you today to not give up. Keep fighting. Reach out to somebody. And I had somebody that reached out to me. I called some people that I haven't talked to in a long time. Check on your friends. Check on your family and see how people are doing. And if you've got aught against your brother or your sister, fix it, y'all. Y'all fix it. Because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Today is not guaranteed. So make sure you go and fix whatever that situation is that you have with problems that you have with people. Try to get that thing straight. Fix it, y'all, because people are leaving here. Shout out to Troy Gibson, who lost her uncle. And just pray, y'all. Just pray. Father, we thank you today for being here. And we just ask you to bless and touch those who are going through whatever they're going through. And no, this is not a gospel show, but gospel is all over because your anointing is over me, Father. And I thank you for the gift that you've given me. And I just ask that you would just touch those people, believers and non-believers, whatever you believe. We know that when times get tough, you believe in something. You believe in a higher power. We pray that those who are sick would be healed. Praying for my sister Teresa, who's back in the hospital as she battles cancer. Father, we ask that you would just touch her, be with her, Father. Bless all those who will be under the sound of this program today. And we pray that people will not get deterred, but they will be inspired and motivated to keep on, Lord, and to keep the faith and to not give up, to stay in the race so that they can see what the end is going to be. We thank you and we praise you. Amen. All right. I just had to do that, y'all. Okay. All right. So for the people that ducked out because you didn't want to pray over you right now, you can come back in the room now. Come on back in. Come on back in. All right. And real quick, We also want to really quickly do our birthday shout outs. I'm going to get all the housekeeping out the way because I got a feeling we're going to be chatting it up with my girls today, and I don't want to interrupt anything with that. So also we want to do the birthday shout outs. So if you have a birthday or you want to celebrate somebody's birthday, drop it down below because now is the time for the birthday shout outs. And we have some people that had birthdays on today. I think I covered everybody the other day from a couple of days before. But today's birthday shout outs go out to, okay, let me find my birthday shout outs. What do you want? I know I put them in there. Let's see here. Birthday shout outs for 316 today. We have Karen Schuld, happy birthday. Barry Perkins, happy birthday. Tina Flowers Perkins, no relations, happy birthday. Shannon Harris, happy birthday. Benny Single, wait, hold on, I'm trying to multitask here. Barbie Siegel, happy birthday, sis. What's up? Happy birthday to you. Jillian Elizabeth Rose, happy birthday to you. And on tomorrow, Tiffany Martin has a birthday. Wallette Miriam has a birthday. Pat Santos and Dexter Brady. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday. All right. Happy birthday, everybody. You better celebrate. Enjoy your day. Appreciate this life that you have. If you're not appreciating your life right now, something's wrong with you, okay? Happy birthday. Hey, what's up over here on TikTok? I see y'all. I can't read. Hey, what's up? I cannot read the writing, and I'm using the phone for something else over here. But anyway, shout out to y'all over there. I'm sorry if I can barely read the writing because, wait, let me see. Where's my little cheap microscope at? My little cheap thing. Okay, I don't even have it right here. But anyway, happy birthday, everybody that has a birthday. Be blessed. Hope that you have so very many more, and we are wishing you a very happy birthday. All right, it's time. Tag some people. Okay, I don't see enough people over here. Come on, y'all got to tag some people. Get these people in here. But that's okay because we know that people will come in after. We're so grateful for all of our audience members who come in and watch the after show. We appreciate you. Do some clipping, share it on Clubhouse, please. Do some shares for me. I appreciate you. Okay, so first of all, I am super excited because today I have some very special people here joining me. I cannot see all the things down here, so I'm not. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have some very special people joining me today. So at first when I did the promo, I was like, only one person responded to be on the show today, and then I got emails like, no, we sent our emails. Don't forget about us. So real quick, I am super excited because my first person. Oh, wait a minute. Paulette, birthday on the 14th. Yes, happy birthday, Paulette, on the 14th. Hey, happy birthday, Paulette. And LaShaunda has a birthday on the 19th. We'll do that one on Friday. She get a special birthday shout out. But anyway, my first person I'm going to be bringing up is the author of Building Online Relationships, One Reader at a Time. And she wrote about how she created and promoted Shades of Romance magazine, a digital magazine for readers and writers of multicultural literature for 20 years online. She's a pioneer. She's been doing this for a minute, okay? She's the host of Sormag's Writers Cafe podcast and is currently working on her first romance novel. You all give it up for my girl, none other than the soon-to-be birthday queen, Kindle Vella queen, none other than Miss LaShaunda Hoffman. Okay, let me see. Wait, I can't get up on the screen. There it is. And there she is. Hey! I love it. Hey, Miss LaShaunda.
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm moving around. Hi. How are you?
Wait, listen, let me tell you all what I love about Miss LaShaunda. If you're watching, she always has a smile on her face. Okay, so if you're on TikTok, you need to come over to the YouTube so you can check her out. If you want to see the visuals of the guests, come on over to youtube.com/DeeWorks. DeeWorks. You can see my guests and their beautiful faces. Otherwise, just enjoy listening. That's fine. You can always go back and watch it because it'll be there. But Miss LaShaunda always has a smile on her face. She has a smile in her voice and her laughter. So, Miss LaShaunda, hey, girl.
Hey, thank you for having us. We're super excited.
Thank you for being here. So now, you're an author. Tell us about your SOAR mag and all of those things that you've done.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I started online in 1999. You have an echo. Is that me or you?
That might be mine.
Okay.
Could be a little bit of mine.
Yeah. I got online because I just love being online, and I always wanted to have online a magazine. And then when I looked into how much it costs to have a magazine, I gave that dream up.
Okay.
But I met a young lady who was doing a science online magazine. I contacted her, and she gave me step by step on how to do my own magazine. And while I was on maternity leave with my second child, I created Shades of Romance. And so they're both the same age. Both of them were born the same year. And I really honestly did not think it would go 20-some years. I honestly thought I would do 1 year and then it'd be done. You know, the first year out, we were one of the top 100 websites on Writer's Digest. That was a total blown out the way thing. I've won different awards for it, but it was a magazine of my heart to help promote romance writers at the time. We didn't have that many places that promoted romance writers, and so I wanted to offer African American romance writers a place to talk about their books, share information, talk about writing and things like that. And it just blew up. I did not expect it to do that. I had an amazing journey doing it. And in 2000, I decided that it was time for me to focus on my writing. I had put it off. And I said, you know what? This is the year I'm going to do the writing. I'm going to put the magazine to bed and I'm going to work on my writing. And then COVID hit.
Well, hello. Look, we don't say the whole word on here. We just say the vid.
The vid hit hard. It hit hard, shut us down. I actually was working from home. I've worked at my job 20 plus years and I've never worked from home. And so that was an adventure for me. I had to learn how to work from home. I was thankful I had closed the magazine because my mind was not written. I couldn't focus. I just couldn't focus. 2020 was a blur because I just could not focus on anything. 2021 came and I thought, yeah, I'm going to write some books, but we were still stuck inside. And so I was like, okay, whatever. But one of my friends got on Kindle Vella. And I was like, oh, what is Kindle Vella? And I went over, checked it out, and I was like, oh, it's episode things. You got to pay every time you read a thing. And I was like, man, that's all right. And she sent me a message, and she's like, you've been talking about writing a promotion book. This is the platform to do that. And I was like, man, that's not for me. And so finally she said, you should do it. And so I said, well, you know what? If I get people reading it, I'm going to try it. And people read it. and it took me on a whole different path of writing because I have been talking about writing, but I wasn't publishing anything. And so it got my confidence back up because I had kind of lost my confidence in writing, and it brought my confidence up. It taught me that what I was teaching worked if you worked it. And so in March, middle of February, just before Valentine's Day, my bestie who's on here, Paulette, she challenged me live on Facebook. She called me out and said, we're going to publish our romance. And I was like, ooh, am I ready for that? And then I said, you know what? I take that challenge. So we getting our little stuff together. And then we told 2 other of our friends about the platform. And the next day, they was on the platform. Now we getting our stuff together. They didn't put their stuff on the platform.
Oh, okay.
The next day, we looking like, oh, heck no. Not They showed us up.
They jumped
Look,
straight
they
into
was
the
like-
frying pan.
They getting on the train. Y'all want to be still sitting on the sidewalk? Y'all go stay on the sidewalk. So that pushed us completely over. And on February 11th, we went live. And it just been an adventure. It's been so much fun. It's I would say if you have been on the fence about publishing your books, this is the platform for you to try. If you go check it out. That's what I say first. Go check it out. Read some stories. See if it's something that you want to get into. I would never told anybody that this is what I was going to do. Last night I wrote 1,500 words. 1,500 words because I needed a chapter and I didn't have it. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to get this chapter because I'm 3 chapters behind. So I'm writing. And I'm like, I am doing what I have been dreaming about since I was 9 years old. I'm writing a book. So it's amazing. It's been an amazing adventure.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be talking more about that as well. There's so many other things that you have under you. I mean, she really skimmed over what she does, what she has done. She's made it sound so minute, but this lady is amazing. But not only that, but you're also a veteran. So thank you for your service. Yes. What branch of the military did you serve in and how long?
I went into the Navy at 17 and I stayed in till I was 25, got out, came home and never looked back. The best part about the Navy was I met my best friend. Her name is Lenore Tyler. And we met in boot camp and we're still friends years later. We just went on the Tom Joyner cruise in November and had a blast.
Wow, okay.
That's the closest we
you went on a cruise in November? You went on a cruise in November, girl. Listen, y'all don't get enough of those boats. Okay.
Hey, you so many tests, you wasn't getting nothing up in there.
All
right. We had a great time.
The next person I'm gonna bring on is your cheerleader, and I feel like she's the whole cruise cheerleader. She made sure to tell me that I have a very diverse group of women here, and that this is really good. And that she was so busy telling me about you all that she didn't even say a whole lot about herself. But I do know that my next guest is the editor for Yvonne and LaShaunda, and she's edited all of Yvonne's books. She was LaShaunda's associate editor for over 20 years at the award-winning Stormac magazine and edited her current Kindle Vella book. And so you all give it up for my next guest, Miss Paulette.
Hey.
And so Miss Paulette is joining us. She's not on camera, but with audio. So thank you, Miss Paulette, for being here and being able to even come today to be a part of the program. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Hey, bestie.
You need to turn up your sound a little bit.
I gotta turn it up.
I can hear her just fine.
I can't hear it all.
I got it as high as it'll go, I think.
Huh?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. LaShaunda says she can't hear you. LaShaunda, you might need to get some headphones.
Oh, okay.
We can hear it fine over there, on this side. But Miss Paulette, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
So now tell us about your journey into the authorship and then Kindle Vella and editing and all of those things.
Okay, I worked for 35 years for a telecommunications company before I retired. And then when I retired, I started working with nonprofits and small businesses doing their communications work and editing, proofreading their stuff. And then I came in contact with LaShaunda, and she's working on her magazine. So I didn't work with her for 20 years. I worked with her probably for about 6 years. Before that, she was doing it all herself. So I worked with her for about 6 years on that. And I ran into her and we worked together getting that magazine out every month. And we talked a lot about what we were going to do because all these authors writing their books that we were going to do our own. And so every year we'd say, oh yeah, this is the year we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And then just like New Year's resolutions, you know, you just go on and go on and on and make excuses for why you didn't do it. And then next year we go, oh, we got to do it. We got to do it. We're going to do it. And then something happened. Maybe about 2 years ago, I had this customer, a woman that had been trying to write her book. She had a trio of books, and each one was about a young person a young woman, college students who were killed while they were going to school. And she wanted to write these books so that their families could have some closure.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
2 years ago, she passed before she could finish the book.
Wow.
So, you know, I had been working with the publisher and helping her with the editing and everything, but she passed. And then that kind of made me think, you know, she's been working on this for 30 years and she wanted to do it so bad, she never got it done. And now it might not ever get done. And then I started
Wow.
thinking about myself, you know, don't have the biological clock thing, but I do have the legacy thing that I need to worry about. So I wanted to
Right.
leave
Right.
something. I wanted to leave something so that when I left here, that it wasn't that I always wanted to write a book. It was that I wrote a book. And
All
so, of
right.
course, you know, we challenged each other and we got out there and we did it.
You know what? I think that's amazing. And so, for those of you that are listening, I want you to, and that are watching, I want you to see that these are seasoned, beautifully seasoned ladies that are on here. And so, it's never too late. It's never too late. They did all these things before and then have circled back, and now they've written their book and excited, doing great things on Kindle Vella. We're going to talk more about Kindle Vella. Taisha, before I bring you up, can you please change your avatar so we can see your beautiful face on there? So I think that's absolutely amazing. And so also you're an editor. You do a lot of editing. I hear you talking a lot about all of the books that you're editing for people and the challenges with editing. Can you talk a little bit about for people that want to write a book, how important is it to get an editor? Because some people just think, oh, I'm just going to write my book. I don't need nobody to take a look at it, you know, or I'm going to let my cousin look at it and then that's done. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think that quality is really important because when you put that book out there, that's a written record of you and what you did. So long after you're done, your book is out there, and whatever condition that book is in, that was what represents you. So it's almost like a resume of your life, what you wrote. So you have to
Right.
make sure that it's not fair to a reader to purchase your book to support you, and you haven't taken the time to make sure that you did everything that you could to make sure that it was in the best shape that it could be in. And a lot of people think that they can find all their errors and they don't need anybody telling them what they need to do. But that's not so. I even myself, in writing my episodes, I consider myself a pretty good proofreader and editor, but I send it past a couple editors before I even post mine. And they always
So the
find
editor
something.
gets an
It might
editor
be a
as
couple
well.
words, but they find something. So
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So we got lots of people checking in right now. So Taisha DeMay. And Miss Taisha I feel like Miss Taisha is like a serial author. Like this lady has oodles and oodles and oodles of books out there. Let me tell you, she's a phenomenal author. I have one book under my belt. A couple of you have one book and 2 books under your belt. Miss Taisha has a series of books, a library of books. You all give it up for the beautiful and talented Miss Taisha DeMay. Hey, Miss Taisha.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm fine. Hey, LaShaunda. Hey, Miss Paulette.
Yes. So thank you for being here today. Listen, before it's over, you all are going to see on the stage we have, and I call them. They call themselves, and I think I got the name right. The Kindle Divas, the Kindle Vella Divas. We're going to be talking about that. But this is another one of the Kindle Vella Divas right here, Miss Taisha DeMay. Miss Taisha, how long have you been writing?
Since I was 9, but I
Wow.
became an author in 2013.
Okay. And what was it that inspired you and motivated you to, from the age of 9, then to wait and then decide, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and pursue this passion?
I've always loved stories. Excuse me. I've always loved to tell stories, and I think the bug bit me when Reader's Digest published a short story I sent to them. I think I was like 16, and I earned fifty
Oh,
dollars, and I was like,
okay,
yeah, I'm in
okay.
there. Me and my $50 that my mother took because I think I
She
did
had to pay
something
for those shoes and
wrong.
socks.
So she took it. Anyway,
Yes.
and then later on I became a blogger. I did that
Okay.
by accident because of my love of books.
Mhm.
I loved the Harlequin books, and I had subscribed to them, and one day I was having a conversation with another author that I followed, and she said, "Well, have you reached out to Harlequin and told them that you want to blog about their books?" And I was like, "No," and I did, and they would send me books and different things, and I would follow the authors and do radio interviews and print magazine interviews, and I made a lot of connections that I still have today.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
one day during a book signing, I met Brenda Jackson. And I made the mistake of telling her that I have a box of stories. She was like, "You better
Oh.
send something in." I was like, "No, I don't want to send it in." And she was like, "Even if they reject it, at least you could say you made an effort." So I was like,
Right.
"Okay." And she told me she was going to check and make sure I sent it in. And I was like, "Oh, Lord, I better send it in because this lady tell you to do something, you need to do it." So I
Mhm.
did.
Mhm.
And yeah, of course, I got rejected, but that was
But
fine.
you did it. The biggest lesson I hear in that, and listen up, everyone, is that even she did it, even being afraid. Sometimes you just gotta do it afraid. Just go for it. And at the end of the day, what it's not gonna take your life. It's not gonna be the end of your life. It's not like somebody's putting a gun and saying, "Here, pull the trigger and see if a bullet comes out." You're taking a chance, and you're taking a chance on yourself, and that's an amazing thing.
That is true. And another thing that really started me to wanting to write was this rejection letter that I got. These people were
Mm.
so cruel. They told me to
Oh.
never write again,
Oh
find
my
another
goodness.
career. Is this, is that, is wrong with the story, and I was
Wow.
crying. I was like crying and everything. And my husband was like, "Why do you let that one thing stop you from doing what you want to do?" So I said, "You know what? You're right." And I talked to an author a long time ago that told me she framed her first rejection letter, and every time when she
Okay.
wants to quit, she looks up at that letter. And I said, "You know
All right.
what? What am I whining about?" So
Exactly.
I
That
just kept
reminds me of
pushing
that
and kept
saying.
pushing.
That reminds me of that saying. Let your haters be your motivators. So that that rejection letter was like your motivation there. Okay. So how many books have you written now since then?
Well, I've written 14, and I have, I believe, 11 or 12 that are still published.
Okay, all right. I just got my one. You all are inspiring me. You inspire me so much. and you all keep putting challenges out. That's why I be scared to come in those rooms that y'all be hosting. I want to shout out to Miss Cheryl. I wanted her on here, Miss Cheryl Ferguson. You all be having those rooms. LaShaunda does the purple table and all that. Really, I'm usually busy, but really I'm scared to come in there because I know if I come in that room, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be like, okay, you got to have a chapter written by midnight. I'm like, oh, I can't go in there with them.
Especially with Miss Cheryl.
Exactly,
She's going to give you some homework.
Oh, yeah, she give you some homework and call your name.
Yes,
call your name and say, you ready to read your homework?
Right. I was like, oh, I can't meet these challenges. But I know where I can go. Listen, you all, these are the experts right here. I mean, from every capacity, you got what you need if you're interested in writing, if you're interested in publishing, if you're interested in being an editor, then here are some resource people right here that you can tap into and follow. And last but not least, my next guest that I'm going to bring up is she's working in Las Vegas. Wait, I'm trying to get to it. Okay, so she was named Phenomenal Woman in Las Vegas and will be featured at a large literary event for senior citizens later this month. Okay. She also spearheads an annual drive to collect and distribute personal care products to the homeless during the winter, actually leading a team that takes the items directly to the recipients. You all give it up to another of the Kindle Vella divas, none other than Miss Yvonne. Hello,
hey,
Hooks. Miss Yvonne Hicks.
Hey, sis.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I really am.
Thank you for being here because I know you were getting off of work and I guess it worked out. See, that meant it was supposed to happen. It worked out to where you actually could be home and not driving or sitting in your car. So thank you so much. Oh, wait, I got to give you your Yes, thank you for being here.
Oh, I am honored.
Tell us a little bit about your journey as an author.
My journey started when I was very young. When I was able to write, my mom told me that I wrote on everything. I mean, the walls, the floor, I'd write on toilet tissue if I had nothing to write on. But I've always liked stories. I've always been kind of a daydreamer. I'm the kid in class that's looking out the window and not paying attention, at butterflies instead of the teacher. So I've always liked stories and I like to write in that. In fact, my mother's kept some of my stories. I have that she saved them for me and gave them to me. So I've been writing all my life, but I never published.
Okay.
Yeah, I never published. I would write for family or holidays, and at my church I would do the plays and the pageants for Christmas and Easter, like that. But I never published anything. And so I finally, in 2007, took a self-publishing course. But the instructor scared me so bad, I said, forget it. Because at that time it wasn't popular. To self-publish, it was more popular to, be with a traditional publisher.
Mm-hmm.
So every year I said, okay, I'm going to publish a book. And I didn't. But in 2019, I said, next year's the year. That's it. I'm publishing no matter what. And what happened? What do you call it?
The bid.
The bid hit. And I said, wow. I don't care. I'm publishing. And so I did. It was November. It was, the 11th hour, but I published my first book. And it was so much easier than I thought.
Yes, that's so true.
Me. So 2 months later, I published my second. And 2 months after that, I published my third.
Wow, that is amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, but I self-published it.
Yes.
And I enjoy that.
Wait, Miss Yvonne, don't say, but I self-published it like that's a bad thing. That's a great thing. That's like the way to go right now. So don't say it like it's some kind of,
Yeah, no,
like
it's not. I'm just saying that self-publishing was my cup of tea rather than traditional.
Right. But you know what? I think that like right now the vid has taught us and showed us like never before that we can get out here and do anything that we've been putting off, number one, or anything that we're big and bad and capable of doing. And I love what you said. You were like, you know what, now is the time. Several of you have said that. You know what, I couldn't put it off any longer. And that's the message that I want to get across to anyone who comes across this video, who comes across this show and is watching. Stop sitting on your gifts.
Right.
Stop sitting on your talents. Stop making excuses as to why you can't do something. Stop letting those stories go to the grave with you, okay?
Exactly.
Listen, you've got stories that need to be told. And like right now, some of the things that we're seeing on television and even some of the magazines and books that we pick up, quite honestly, a lot of it is garbage. You know, it is. And when we talk to women like you on this fabulous Women's History Month, we talk to you. There are so many amazing stories. Like you're telling us about the books that you've written. But if we could just get autobiographies, even from each one of us, I'm sure it would just be amazing to think about the things and to hear about the things that you've overcome to get where you are today.
Right. And sometimes God has to move some things out of your way so that you can go forth. Because my writing ability is truly a gift from him, you know, so I'm not going to hand it back to him and say, I didn't do anything with this, you know.
Right? Come on now.
But I am going to say, this is what I did with your gift. And so many people don't think of that. They think I came up with this. No, you didn't. It was placed in you to give to the world. And that's what writing is about. It's giving. It's not making bukus of money or anything like that. It is giving to the world.
Yes, and everything else will follow. That's the truth.
Right.
So now I want to talk about how so LaShaunda talked a little bit about it, how you decided. First of all, who wants to explain exactly what Kindle Vella is? Tell it again for the people in the back that didn't hear it. Who wants to go and tell us what is Kindle Vella?
You know what? I think LaShaunda or Paulette have done the best, but I mean, they've done most of the research, but I just want to put one thing in. Kindle Vella is Amazon's way of putting up a new platform, and they're using the authors to bring people from the other side, from the book publishing and that, into Kindle Vella to pump it up. And we, as the divas, the Kindle Vella divas, we're kind of the pioneers because it's just starting, you know. So we're very excited about it, and then I'll let them have it.
Yes. Okay, LaShaunda, unmute your mic. Okay. It might not be as loud. Okay. Yes, you're tuned in to DeeWorks Live. We are talking to my very special guest, the Kindle Vella Divas, Miss LaShaunda Hoffman, Paulette Nunlee, Yvonne Hicks, and Taisha DeMay. So we are talking to them about publishing, about writing, about editing, and most importantly, about Kindle Vella that you need to know about if you've ever wanted to start writing a book and you felt like it was the idea of it was too overwhelming. Kindle Vella might be your way to go. Go ahead, LaShaunda.
So Kindle Vella is another platform for episodic books. Years ago, books were, let me see, what can I say? They were in magazines. So people would write books in the magazines and you would get one chapter and then they would say, come back for the next chapter in the next issue. One of my favorite books is The Count of Monte Cristo, and that's how he started. It was an episodic book. So you got each chapter until he finished the book. And so Amazon is on this platform, but it's been out for a long time. One of the biggest platforms is called Radish, and it's for romance books. And you have to submit your book, and then they decide if they want you to be on here. on Kindle Vella, you can choose what you want. The only problem is you can't. A lot of people thought that they could come and bring their old books and put it on here. This all has to be new content. They want new content. You have to have at least 10 chapters. And then you can take your book off the platform if you don't want it to stay on the platform, and you can publish it. But you have to let them know if you don't go past the 10 chapters. If you do the 10 chapters, you can leave the 10 chapters there, and then you can move it off the platform. And so what I suggest to people is to go and check the platform out, because a lot of people think that they could take their book and divide it up into little bits and then post it. But that's not how episodic books work. Episodic books have a flow to them. It's not chapter by chapter. It's flow. They flow. They have the different scenes and different things in there. But you need to know when to stop that scene and move to the next episode. And those are the cliffhangers. If you don't like cliffhangers, you probably won't like Kindle Vella. It's all about.
It's like a series, almost like a television series, but it's a book.
Exactly.
If you love, excuse me, if you love soap operas when you're a teenager, or your grandmother watched soap operas, your mama watched soap operas, you know it was like dun dun dun, and you got to come back tomorrow. Or they were just about to kiss, and then you got to come back tomorrow. And so that's how it is in the episodic books. You got to get them where they're like, oh my God, let me hit the button and buy another episode. I want the next episode. I want the next episode. So you're getting them to spend their money. So the first 3 episodes are free. And then they give you 200 tokens to check out the platform, which is great because you get a chance to look at all the different types. There is a book for every person. When I got on the platform, I did nonfiction, and they told me that nonfiction didn't work in episodic stuff. And I was like, yes, it does. Yes, it does. And it was a challenge. It was a big challenge. Last month, I worked. My girls helped me, and we pushed me up on the top 250. And they only had like 3 or 4 nonfiction books up there. So I hit it. And that nobody else could claim that I did it, And so the nonfiction is you can do nonfiction. A lot of people are doing poetry, but you have to think about it. It has to be at least 600 words to be considered an episode. So that's the big thing. You write 600 words. And my nonfiction is right at maybe sometimes 1,000 words. Because I just want it to be a little snippet. My book is about book promotion. So I want you to get a little snippet of book promotion, and then I want you to go to the action steps and do the steps. Now
look, I got stuck on the action steps. I was on there. Yes, I'm still stuck on the action steps. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't hang out with y'all in this room because you get too much homework. I said, Lord, and she was like, wait, LaShaunda's book, it says, do not go to the next step.
No.
Complete these tasks.
Yeah, you got to do the tasks first. Don't be trying to go to the next chapter.
I want to finish, so I better do the homework. So I'm like, I want to see what else is in this book.
It's teaching you. It's not a book. My book is not a book to read. It's an action book. The love story is a story. The building your readership is about helping you build your readership. I don't want you to read the whole book. I want you to come do that chapter, go do those the action steps,
homework,
and then you build your readership. Yeah, you got homework. So that's the difference.
Homework, there it is.
My books. Yeah, I give you homework.
That's her book right there. Homework.
And the other good thing about that book is that, like with most episodes, you got to go A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mine isn't like that. If you got a subject that you want to talk about, you can go in there. I had people that say, LaShaunda, I want to learn how to do newsletters. Well, I got 2 chapters in there about newsletters. You just go and you got to pay for them. They ain't gonna be in the free one, but go in there and click the button and get that newsletter stuff. So mine is a little bit.
I got some tokens.
Yeah, so you got tokens, you can do it. But it's you choose what stories that you want to put in there. You can choose. They have like I said, it's every genre. I found stories about fairies. I never read fairy stories and never been amazed. I read about the tooth fairy. Okay. Somebody had a story about the tooth fairy, and I was like, oh my goodness, because as a kid you got the tooth fairy, but you didn't think the tooth fairy had a life, And so
Right?
somebody who made the
Exactly.
books very crazy as heck. But you can come up with different stories to put on there. Here's the thing. Get those books out of your closet. My books have been in the closet for 20 plus years. And I said, you know what? After COVID, it showed me that we are not promised here forever. And I'm not,
That's right.
my books will not be buried with me unless they imprint.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. In the
Imprint.
casket like
If
this
they
with your
imprint it,
book.
I should put all my books in the casket with me. But if they still in a paper form, no, I need them to be published. And so this is my way of getting into the publishing thing, learning how it works, and then you're ready to jump off and self-publish your book. And I wanted to say to Yvonne, self-publishing used to be the stepchild. Now look, now it's the number one child.
That's right.
It's
That's
no longer
right.
the stepchild, it's the number one child because we found out that we didn't need the middleman. We don't need the middleman.
That's right. Cut
So
out the middleman.
we don't need
And you
nobody
know,
to tell us as Miss Taisha got that her books were horrible. That's just your opinion. But
right.
obviously somebody who can develop like it because they still buying books, they still buying episodes, she's still selling books. Now if nobody didn't think that Taisha could write, nobody would buy her books. So you know that was
That's
just
true.
one person's opinion. And if you let one person stop you, I was that one person. I was stopping myself. We're bad at that. If you are stopping yourself, please stop stopping yourself. Somebody needs that book. Somebody needs it.
Yes.
Believe me, somebody needs that book. And as Yvonne said, are we burying our talents and waiting on them to do something? Or are we showing them to people? Are we gonna tell God I used all my talents up, and He gonna be like, yes.
Yep.
You know, you
That's
got
me. I used them all up, Lord. Yes.
and so that's
So Paulette
Yeah.
Paulette has on the I don't mean to cover your face up there, Paulette, but we're gonna talk about Paulette has this one, Robin's story, Magic Hands, Sisters in Medicine. That's your book that's on Kindle Vella. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay. The inspiration for that book was I have 4 women that are doctors in my family. And I talk to them from time to time about how they got into the medical field and found out that in our country, less than 3% of the doctors are Black female. So when the vid came and now Black female doctors were like the expert, everybody wanted them on their station to talk about the vaccine and convince people to go and have the vaccine. I knew it was time to go ahead and get my story out. So that's what I did. And like LaShaunda and Taisha, they were the two, they're the real pioneers because they got out there first last year and they got stomped all over trying to bring on new readers. And they would say, oh, I got one more reader today. And then they would get out there, we cheer them on. And then we said, you know what? Let's all try this and we'll all do it together. So we all do it together. We laugh and we cry. We have midnight talks. I push the wrong button a lot of times and they get surprise calls from all of us. And LaShaunda said today, how do you manage to always push the wrong button? Because they would come on the line and I would hang up because I said, well, who's calling this late at night? They said, you are. But we would just keep supporting and pushing each other and saying, we got to stay in this. You know, we can't just give it up. LaShaunda and Taisha got out there and did it for us and paved the way for us to do it. So we got to stick with it. And so that's what we did. And we've had 4 people to climb to the top of the charts. I'm still there. And
congratulations.
Yvonne is still there, and we're trying to get the rest of them up there too. But we push each other, and that's the fun of it. And it just builds our confidence up that we can do it.
Okay, I had a post up here that just said that you reached 135, top 135. Is that what it was? Wait.
Right. Yeah.
Congratulations on 135 of the top 250 on Kindle Vella.
Right.
Come on. That's what celebrating right there. Okay, and then
Thank
we
you.
also have Miss Yvonne, who hit 204 of the top 250. In that number. That's how you got to get in there. LaShaunda, where you at in that number? Where's LaShaunda on that ranking? Okay. Does anybody know LaShaunda's ranking?
LaShaunda is off now. She got up there. LaShaunda, she was up in the 190s or 180s when she was there. And then, like she said, with nonfiction, it's hard to stay there. And she had completed her book. So that kind of made it rough for her to stay up there. But we pushed her. We tried to keep her up there. We kept giving her our faves, and we're going to continue to give her our faves to get her back up there. So.
Awesome.
I was at 231.
What are you?
I was at 231 when I came on, so 231. So I claim my 231.
Okay, awesome. All right, there you go. Yes. Listen, but here's the thing. Guess what number I am? 0. You see what I'm saying? If you don't get in the game, then you can't be any number. So,
right.
For those of you out there, what should you say? Oh, and let's talk about the crowns. So you get crowns. LaShaunda has a crown, and we are proud of her. So talk about the crowns. That's why I say you all are the Divas of Kindle Vella. Talk about the crowns. How do you get a crown and all of that?
Well, the crown is from your readers. So if your reader like you, let me go back. Okay, so you get free tokens. You get 200 free tokens. Once you start buying tokens, then you get what they call a fave. And the fave is every week you get to choose which one is your favorite book. And so out of all these, I was telling me and Paulette was thinking it's probably about 1,500 authors that's on this platform right now. And so the top 250 is really hard because you're competing against 1,500 authors, and they got their readers, you got your readers, and so you got to get your readers to say, I love your book, I'm gonna vote for it with my fave. And so the more faves you get, you get a crown. If you get a crown and you move up the slot. So you can get a crown and not be on the top 250. But if you get a crown and then you move up the slot, that's wonderful. Because that means that awesome. Your readers, they said, we love this book this week and we're gonna vote for you. And then and you vote by buying tokens, by using your token to pay for the episode. And so that's how you get up to the top. And if you, Paulette and Yvonne are staying there because they have the readership that is like, yes, we love this book. We're going to keep voting for it. And they keep voting for it and keep them up on the thing. Because nonfiction is such a hard, we're competing with the romance people. We're competing with everybody. It's hard to stay up there in the nonfiction because those romance people kick us off every week.
So LaShaunda, this book, is this one of the books you have on there, Love in Space, the romance?
That's my romance.
Okay. I love the purple. Teresa Johnson is watching. Before her, and this is still her favorite color. Purple is her favorite color. Anytime, she's one of my artist sisters, she's going through cancer right now, fighting, gonna beat it. But purple is her favorite color. So you might just have a follower. She might just start following you just because everything you do is purple. So I noticed you got this in this Love and Space thing as well. So this is one of the books that you all can go on.
I was just saying, purple is my honor to my mom. My mom's favorite color was purple. And so when I published my first book, I decided to do a background, the cover in purple. And then I started wearing purple so she would be with me whenever I went somewhere. And I never thought that was my brand color, but everybody sees me now and they're like, you're purple. You're LaShaunda. We know you. Tell her to rock her purple. That's a beautiful color.
There are some special challenges to get up to the top 250. For instance, like I said, Taisha and LaShaunda started first. Taisha has actually 2 books on. So now her readers have to split up their allegiance between her two books. So it makes it really difficult for her to get up there, but she's trying and we're pushing her too. Because,
So
like I said,
Taisha,
she was the first one that got in there and kind of pushed us
Yeah,
to come on board too. So
yeah,
we're hoping that we
Taisha,
can get her up there too.
so Tasha's book is Texas Strong, and like would you, Tasha, talk about your book covers because that's something I hear you talking about a lot is your book covers and the importance of a good book cover. This particular book, Texas Strong, like we would never know that you wrote this. I mean, we know your name, but if someone, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's my cowboy, Colton Slade. I've always loved
Mm-hmm.
cowboys. I have an author that I follow. I've been following her since the early 2000s. Um, Linda Lil Miller. She writes historical westerns,
Mm-hmm.
and I follow Delilah Devlin and Desiree Holt. They write westerns. They're in the western genre, and I own every last book these ladies have ever written. That's what a diehard fan I am, and I've even met them. I
Oh,
had a
awesome.
fangirl moment the day that I met Delilah Devlin. Oh, she was just so sweet. She was the nicest lady. And I told her, I said,
Oh,
I've always wanted to write a western, a story about a cowboy. And she was like, well, why don't you do it? And I'm like, I don't know anything about the genre. So she just said, just read the books that, that your contemporaries wrote and, get a feel of what's out there and what people like and everything. And then write what you like. And I said, okay. But
wow.
Texas Strong is about a rodeo cowboy who has just retired, and he's on a mission to save his ranch from foreclosure. And as it turns out, he meets the heroine who is trying to help the people that are trying to foreclose on him, trying to take his ranch away from him. And that she falls for him, and she decides to switch sides. So but I love this
Okay.
story. I really do.
Well, I'm gonna put that in my on my list to read too because I got some tokens. So I got a lot of tokens because this is how I got my tokens. So I know you get the 200, right? I didn't
Yes.
understand because I was trying to figure out Kindle Vella, and I thought it was telling me that I needed to buy tokens. So I ended up buying buying tokens.
I bought some extra tokens too because I'm trying to catch up on Love and Space, and I'm trying to catch up
Yes,
on Magic Hands and try to read
yes.
Yvonne's story and everybody else's. So
And then
I,
Yvonne has For Melanie's Sake. Tell us about that book. And look, it's got the crown on there. Y'all see the crown, the gold crown on there? Go ahead. Yeah.
um, this is a book I wrote back in, I think it was 2007. I wrote it, but never did anything with it. And I actually wrote this. Well, it has a different name. Um, oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm sorry. And then I wrote a sequel to it. So I heard about Taisha and LaShaunda's success, and Paulette's just pushing me. You got to get on there. We got to get on there. And I said, I don't like it because see, when you publish on the other side, you publish the book and you're through. With this, you got to come up with episode after episode.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the people on here say they're going to publish for the next 5 years. That's
Whoa.
not going to be me. But
You don't think
anyways,
it's going to be you. If LaShaunda
I
keeps
don't
giving you
think
homework
so.
and Cheryl keeps giving you homework, shout out to Cheryl Ferguson,
No.
then it could be you. Keep hanging
Well, I
with
don't.
them. You keep hanging with them, they're going to have you writing for the next 10 years, okay?
Yeah, no, I'll be writing for the rest of my life. I feel like my life will be over when I get my last story over. But the premises of this book is about the the strong female protagonist is actually a very weak woman. She's what I call an invisible woman because no one noticed her. You would pass her on the street and you wouldn't even notice her. And this has been her life. But she is caught up in because of her invisibility, she is caught up in what I call a web of espionage with a total stranger who just takes over her life, and changes her life and takes her freedom away. And it's someone said it's a dark book. It's not really a dark book. I use that very mysterious man on the front because most of my books look like this, and so they're good books and all that. I do sweet romance, but I wanted to warn people this is different.
Okay.
This is totally different, and it does it. And the book has a lot of cliffhangers, so that's the one I chose to start out with. And like I
Okay.
said, the divas, they really kind of push me. You gotta try it. You're gonna be sorry. And I resisted, but I came around, and I'm glad I did because this group of the Kindle Diva Vellas, oh, it is so great compared to when I published that book all by myself. I mean,
Wow.
we support each other, we laugh, it's not as serious, and we give tips to each other, and I love it. I mean, it's made all the difference, you know. It's what kept me putting out my episodes.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I want to say thank you to each one of you for being here. And if any of you in the audience have a question, now is the time. You can type your question, or if you're in Clubhouse, you can raise your hand if you're down below, and you want to come up and ask a question or give a comment. You can do that at this time. And so Teresa said, congratulations on cracking that ceiling of that 250, figuring it out. And I love that you all have formed this camaraderie in order to push each other and to inspire each other to get over the hump and get over the top. I have a group like that with my face painter sisters. Teresa is one of those people that we constantly push each other and talk to each other and help each other figure out pricing and best practices and all of those things. And it's important to find your tribe. And I also want to give a shout out to Dryer Buzz, Miss Yolanda Lattimore. I need her on this show too. But I want to give a shout out to her. And I almost feel like this, I'm going to just say it, this show today is sponsored by Dryer Buzz. And I'm saying that because y'all go check out Dryer Buzz, shop dryerbuzz.com. I'm saying that because all the ladies that you see here are ladies that I connected with over on the Feed Your Dreams platform on Clubhouse. So thank you, Yolanda, for creating a platform where we could meet amazing women and amazing people that are doing amazing things on this Women's History Month. So many phenomenal women you all are, each one of you. And you've inspired me. I'm like, but I got a lot on my plate right now, so I'm going to table some of it, but I'm coming back to you. I know where to go. I definitely, if you already have a book like me, Greg the Green Grasshopper's Great Adventure, Yolanda says you should always just say the name of your book and not just say your book. But if you have your book out and you're looking for promotion, she didn't really go into it. She mentioned it. But the promotion queen, when I tell you there are queens on here, you got the editor queen, you got the promotions queen, you got it all right here. LaShaunda, if you want to promote your book that you've written and I need to get with her, this is the lady. This is the lady right here. Because when I tell you book promotion, she knows everything about book promotion. This is the lady to go to right here. And when I wrote my book, the story came to me. I wrote a book, I put it out there, and there it is. And I promote it on here, but I need to get with LaShaunda because I guess, I need to have more goals for Greg the Green Grasshopper's Great Adventure than I have had. But yeah, LaShaunda is the person. And last but not least, I just want to say to each one of you, again, don't sit on your stories, and don't sit on your stories too long. That's the other thing. I feel like Kindle Vella gives you an opportunity if you just are overwhelmed with thinking about writing a book, that you can do it, like they said, in these chapters. And one thing that I do know is that once you start writing, if you just start, it's like the floodgates of your brain will open up and the words will come out. Like LaShaunda said, she started writing, and next thing you know, you had 1,500 words. You just trying to do a few, you know. So just do it. You all can do it, and don't think that you don't have a story to tell. It doesn't have to be your personal story. Maybe it's a story that's built off of watching your children play or something, and it comes from that. Or you take a scene that happened or something that happened in your life and just embellish on it and just let it go. Like, what if this would have happened in this story? You know, so that's what I want to encourage you. So each one of you, I want to give you an opportunity to shout out your platforms, how people can follow you, and anybody you want to shout out. So we're going to start with Miss. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to start with Taisha, Miss Taisha DeMay.
Can you repeat that, please?
Anybody that you want to shout out, and also this is an opportunity to shout out your platforms, how people can follow you and keep up with what you're doing.
I would like to shout out to the panel. I love all of you ladies. If it wasn't for LaShaunda, I think I don't think I'd still be writing. Anyway, you can find me on all social media platforms and on my website, TaishaJamay.com, where you can sign up for my readers list, where I will give you all of the updates on what I'm working on. I'm in the process of revamping my website, so I will be giving away things. So stay tuned.
Okay, so that's Miss TaishaDeMay.com. All right. Let's see, let me get it to show. There we go. All right, and Miss Yvonne.
I can be reached on Facebook. It's just Yvonne Hicks, author. And on Instagram, it's Why Hooks Believes. And then my website is also whyhooksbelieves.com. It is under construction right now, but it should be up tomorrow.
Yes. All right. So just bookmark it, you all. Bookmark it. Okay. And Miss Paulette.
Yes, and I want to give a shout out to my family. I want to say that we all found that it was a myth that people say, your family's not going to support you, so don't even think about them as being your readers. But we've all found that we're having so much fun that our families are now getting involved and actually trying to help us write our stories and telling us when the episode has to come out. So I can be reached at my website, 5starproofing.com.
I'm sorry, can
on
you repeat
Facebook
that?
at Paulette Nunlee. On Instagram at Paulette.Nunlee. I'm sorry, Paulette_Nunlee. And I pass the mic back to you.
All right. And Miss LaShaunda.
Well, first I want to say that I didn't say anything about my romance, which is Love in Space. It's a science fiction romance. My first time doing the science fiction genre. They call it a space opera. And it's about 4 singles who are moving to a new planet to live. And part of the reason to get on this ship was to find their spouse. And so each chapter is one story from each person about how they're finding their significant other, or if they find their significant other. So falling in love on a spaceship is what my book is about. You can find me at LaShaundaHoffman.com. I'm at LaShaunda Hoffman on all the platforms. So Facebook, Instagram, excuse me, LinkedIn, Twitter. If you want to learn how to build your readership, check out my first book, Build Your Readership. It's on Kindle Vella too. I also have a book called Building Online Relationships, One Reader at a Time. It's a book promotion plan in a book. I do promotion. I teach promotion. I show you how to promote, and I will promote for you if you got the budget to handle it. So, and don't promote for free. So if
All right, all right.
bring your budget, and let's work together. I want to also say thank you to Miss D for inviting us here. I truly appreciate it. This is my first interview as a Kindle Vella author, and I'm super excited.
All right. Woo!
Yeah.
And real quick, I do have one question that I want to ask of you all. Have you ever considered, wait, let me take that off because I don't want to cover up her face. Have you ever considered turning your book into, or have you done this? Wait, let me get this off of here. Get this off the screen. Turning your books into a movie or any of these audio books. Have you done that or thought about doing that? Miss Yvonne is raising her hand.
I wrote a book, and it is in ebook form, and it is called, I just forgot it, The Second Landing. And I actually, in January, I went into a studio because I narrated. And I recorded the book, but the product wasn't a good quality product. So I have to make the decision whether I have it professionally edited or just start all over. But I hope to have it out by the summer. I'm not going to put a date on it again because it didn't happen. And it is a senior romance.
Okay, all right, something for the seniors.
For the seniors.
The seniors, not meaning high school seniors, okay? For the seniors, the season.
Yes.
All right. Anybody else want to answer that? Okay. All right. So again, I want to say thank you for being here. I know we went a little bit over, but we were going to because you all are so amazing. I appreciate you taking time out. I know some people just got home. Some people finished work and got to go do some other stuff. But thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who was in our chat room. Luxury Sai in the building, another superstar, and Miss Glow. Oh, look at all these superstars. Y'all what? Hey, Miss Glow, Miss Luxury Sai, and Ellis is here. Thank you so much. Dryer Buzz was in the room. Again, for those who are listening that have been on here before, you know we did a giveaway a while back with the soap. That was Miss Dryer Buzz. So shop Dryer Buzz. Her soaps are divine. So, yeah. So thank you all. Ann says LaShaunda's book is a great space opera. Okay. All right. Miss Lindsay says Texas Strong. That's right, because Miss Lindsay is in Houston. I'm from Houston. Yes, Texas Strong. So I can't wait to check that book out. So go check out Kindle Vella. If you have never done it, go check it out. This will be your time. And the good thing is, like, if you have a short attention span, like a lot of us do, it's great for that because you're not having to sit there and read a whole book. It's just in little chunks. And that's a great way to get through it. And like LaShaunda said, it'll just leave you hanging wanting more. So just keep reading unless you do that other one where you got to do homework. Then, yeah. But I want to say thank you all. Thank you to everyone in the audience. We appreciate you hanging in here with us because we know this went a little bit longer than we normally do, but it's okay. I missed some shows, so I'm making up. I'm throwing it in now, okay? But anyway, thank you all so very much. I appreciate you. And we can't wait to hear when you become top 10. We want, because I know there's a few more. How many more people in the Divas? Because I know Miss Cheryl is not here. How many more people are part of the Divas?
We have two more ladies, Danielle Scroggins and Sylvia Hubbard. And Sylvia is our mentor. She came on here and blew up Kindle Vella. And so we're following in her path.
And Donna.
All right. So we want to come back. Be sure to keep us posted when you guys get to top 10, top 20, whatever it is. And as you keep going, be sure to keep us updated and let us know because we want to salute you and we want to honor you and support you as well because you are phenomenal women phenomenally. Yes. All right. Thank you, ladies.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Uh-huh.
All right. That was our amazing. Wait, let me take them off the screen. That was our amazing, amazing panel of women just doing the doggone thing. I'm telling you, that was amazing. Thank you all for being here. Be sure to share this post, comment about it, tell your friends about it, and thank you so much. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and do the bell so that you can know when we're going to be posting new videos and new updates. We started doing some shorts on YouTube, so you'll be able to see some other things besides just this broadcast. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you so much. You all are awesome. You're rock stars, and I appreciate you. So we're going to get out of here. I want to say thank you to everyone. Remember, reach out to someone, check on your friends, see how they're doing. Oh, and before I get out here, let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Today's show also is sponsored by scfpainting.com/shop. So make sure you go and support scfpainting.com/shop for all of your T-shirts, mugs, key rings, all of those things. Make sure you go and check them out. We got a new commercial that's gonna be coming up for them, but we got to get the audio in right for it. So shout out to Ms. Joyce for being one of our sponsors and proud supporters of the show as well. And of course, don't forget to go and continue to support our girl Teresa. She's in the hospital right now. We ask you to keep praying for her, but pray for her and everybody that's going through. There's some more people that's going through things, but we definitely want to remember our sister Teresa because why? We are our sister's keeper. All right. So make sure if you've already donated to the GoFundMe, then share it. Share it with somebody else that might want to donate. There might be some benefactor out there that wants to let us reach the whole goal at once. So please continue to share and support. But most importantly, please continue to send her words of encouragement or posts. You can send her positive posts, positive energy, all of those things so that she can get better and get well. All right. And of course, don't forget to follow DeeWorks on all of my platforms, but also don't forget to go and pick up your copy of Greg the Green Grasshopper's Great Adventure, okay? Because Greg needs some love too, y'all. Greg is like, hey, I'm out here. And Greg is going to get with Miss LaShaunda to see how he can show up in more homes. All right, Greg the Green Grasshopper's Great Adventure is available on Amazon. Go pick up your copy today. And if you've already picked up a copy, pick up a couple of more copies and give them away. All right? Okay, so I want to say thank you for that, and we will catch you all on Friday. If the Lord says the same, for Let's Have Fun Friday. Who knows what we're going to be doing on Friday, y'all. We'll do something fun. All right, we'll catch you all next time. Thank you. Be blessed in your walk. Let's go, y'all.